Recovery is an essential part of training, and yet it's often misunderstood. Most athletes would only need to master the basics to see real benefits. So today, in order to clear things up, I will be reviewing the fundamentals of recovery. That means we won't be talking about massage guns, cryotherapy, supplements, or any other advanced method that claim to boost recovery. Let's focus on what truly matters. Let's start by defining what recovery actually is. It includes all the moments when you're not training, not spending excessive energy, and it also qualifies your body's ability to repair and adapt to the stress caused by your workouts. These are the moments when real progress happens because there is no progress without recovery. And on the other hand, if you push beyond your recovery capacity for too long, you'll not only increase your risk of injury, but also see your performance and progress decline instead of improving. Now I'm going to break down 4 fundamental pillars of recovery. Of course, there are more, but if you master those 4, you'll already be on great tracks. Number 1, sleep. Sleep takes up about a third of your life, so it needs to be as high quality as possible. Ideally, aim for 7 to 9 hours per night. That's sleep duration, but quality matters as well. To improve your sleep quality, try to maintain a consistent rhythm. Go to bed and wake up at roughly the same hours. Now, obviously, life won't always allow you to be perfectly strict with that schedule, and that's okay. It's absolutely normal to sometimes wake up or go to bed a bit earlier or later than usual. Even professional athletes usually sleep later on rest days, for example, and it does not harm their performance. In fact, it often helps. If you sleep in a noisy or bright environment, using earplugs or a sleep mask can be extremely beneficial. Silence and darkness are powerful allies. They help you fall asleep faster and make your rest more restorative. Avoid surrounding yourself with noise, lights, or worse, a glowing screen. And for those who have trouble falling asleep, the classical advices still usually work. Try avoiding big meals or big training sessions right before going to sleep, limit screen time, and try reading instead. Oh, and if you're watching this video in bed right now, well, first, thank you, I hope you're enjoying the content. And just so you know, it might not be the best pre-sleep habit. Still, right before leaving, think about dropping a little like or a comment. It's always helpful. Number 2, nutrition and hydration. If you already understand the basics of nutrition, then you know that your calories, macronutrients, and the micronutrients have to meet your daily needs. Eating too much or too little, living on fast food, skipping fruit or vegetables or whatever else will all hurt your recovery. Your food is your fuel, so don't be surprised to run out of energy if you neglect it. If possible, get advice from a nutrition specialist. Otherwise, just aim for a balanced, varied, and consistent diet. And don't demonize food. It's not your enemy, it's a tool. And if you want to learn more about the basics of nutrition, I have a video dedicated to this topic scheduled 2 weeks from now. Speaking of food, let's talk about hydration. Drink water. Water is essential to every function in your body. Drink when you wake up, drink throughout the day, drink even when you're not thirsty, at work, at school, during training. Give your body what it needs to perform. Too many athletes rely on energy drinks or recovery beverages without considering their actual water intake. Don't get me wrong, these drinks are not bad for you, they can be useful when used properly, but they're secondary. Water comes first. Don't put the cart before the horse. 3. Daily activity and rest balance. Even if you train for 2 hours a day every single day, which is more than the vast majority of people, that's still only 1/12 of your day. Being active for 2 hours cannot undo being inactive for the remaining 22. So, besides your sleep and diet, pay attention to what you're doing outside of training. And that's where this topic complexifies. You need to find a right balance between doing too much and doing nothing at all. If you spend all your free time lying on the couch, that's not good. But if you spend every single minute outside of training doing ice baths, light cardio, stretching, mobility work, active recovery, or whatever else, that's not good either. That's not true recovery. Recovery needs rest. For high-level athletes, training load is usually optimized by your professional staff, which means they can spend a lot of their free time resting, and that's perfectly fine. But if you're not a professional athlete, chances are your training is less demanding, meaning you don't have to spend every single minute of your free time resting. In that case, having light, non-fatiguing activity can actually be beneficial. Doing some chores, walking the dog, some light stretching or mobility work, all great options. They help you stay a bit active, improve recovery, and just make you feel better overall. To sum it up, spending your entire day doing nothing, not good. Being always active and never actually resting, also not good. The more intense and frequent your training sessions are, the more recovery you'll need, so adjust accordingly. 4. Load management. Finally, the last and most important point of this video, load management. To recover and improve, you can either increase your recovery capacity or reduce your overall training load. And since your recovery capacities have natural limits, the only flexible variable you can act on is your training load, volume, and intensity. It does not mean you should train less for no reasons. It means you should adapt your training load to your personal situation, sleep, diet, stress, planning, recovery capacities, and so on. This is the key to avoid overtraining, injuries, and to ensure steady progress. Even if you have perfect recovery habits, if you constantly push too hard, too far, you'll eventually burn out. Managing your training load is the single most important factor to optimize performance and recovery. Now that we've gone through these 4 pillars of recovery, I hope you can take control of them. For most athletes, mastering these basics is more than enough to see real progress. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, suggestions, or anything else, feel free to drop a comment down below. And if you want to contact me straight through my social medias, the links are in the description. I'll see you next Sunday, and until then, train hard, stay consistent, and never forget, make yourself proud.